screen lock is there, no? Just scroll. How you do? How you check? Yes, ma'am. അതെന്നെ പാത്രം എവിടെ അടി പോയത്? ഓ, ഇങ്ങനെ റൊട്ടേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ? അതാ പറഞ്ഞത്. നീ എന്റെ കൂടെ നിന്നോ. എടി കയറി നോക്കിയടി. നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവരും റൊട്ടേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കാണിച്ചു. ഹലോ, ചെറിയ സന്തോഷം. ഇതൊക്കെ മതി വേണ്ട. മാർക്ക് മാർക്ക് മൊമ്മറ്റിക്കോ. വേണ്ടാ, നീ ഇവിടെ ഞങ്ങളുടെ കൂടെ ഉണ്ടാവും. ഇവിടെ പോലെ
but there is still plenty of time to make it a great one. Good afternoon to one of present here. I'm highly honored and feel privileged to have been given the opportunity to welcome you all and to extend a further word of welcome to everyone here on this day. As an aspiring nurse, it's important to grasp the plethora of strategies employed in teaching and learning the nursing profession. With a solid
യുഗ യുഗ വന്ദിത വരദ ഗണേശ യുഗ യുഗ വന്ദിത വരദ ഗണേശ പാലയ പാലയ പാലി ഗണേശ പാലയ പാലയ പാലി ഗണേശ യുഗ യുഗ വന്ദിത വരദ ഗണേശ യുഗ യുഗ വന്ദിത വരദ ഗണേശ മൂഷിക വാഹന വിഘ്നേശ്വര മൂഷിക വാഹന വിഘ്നേശ്വര ജയ 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 ഹേ ഗണനാഥ പാലയ വരദ വരദ ഗണേശ പാലയ ലോകി ഗണേശ യുഗ യുഗ വന്ദിത വരദ ഗണേശ യുഗ യുഗ വന്ദിത യുഗ യുഗ വന്ദിത യുഗ യുഗ വന്ദിത വരദ ഗണേശ. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for gracing this occasion with your beautiful voice. Within the vast realm of nursing education, active learning techniques have garnered significant attention due to their efficiency and effectiveness. With the primary goal of encouraging you to engage interactively in the learning process, today I am delighted to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Shaya Gopalan, Professor of Physiology Department of Applied Health, Primary Care and Health System. Welcome, ma'am. Dr. Shaya Gopalan is a distinguished educator and researcher, holding a master's degree in zoology from Bangalore University and a PhD from the University of Glasgow, Scotland. Her academic career began with a tenure track position at St. Louis Community College and St. Louis College of Pharmacy, culminating in her current role as a full professor at Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, United States. Specializing in anatomy, physiology and pathophysiology, Dr. Shaya Gopalan is dedicated to provide a dynamic learning experience for her graduate and undergraduate students in health professional programs. Renowned for her innovative teaching methodology, she employs evidence-based approaches including Hospital, Norton Medical Laureate and Awards of Kannada Medical Literature Award issued by Kannada Pustak Pradhikara of Kannada. We welcome you, sir. Indeed, we are privileged to have the presence of Dr. N.N. Ramagowda, sir, Managing Director and former Vice Chancellor of KSU, ex-National Director of Student Services of Indira Gandhi National Open University and CEO of Archichanagi Shikshana Trust. We welcome you, sir. I'm highly honored to welcome the backbone of our institution, Dr. Rajendra Prasad sir, Chief Executive Officer of Suyo Group of Medical Institutions. Welcome, sir. And now it gives me a great pleasure to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to Dr. Seema ma'am, our esteemed Vice Chairperson of Suyo Group of Medical Institutions. Welcome, ma'am. I'm grateful to welcome our principals, without whom we would be incomplete as Suyogis. You are always here to assist and advise us in unimaginable ways. With that, I would like to welcome Professor Nagamani ma'am, respected principal of Suyo College of Nursing. Welcome, ma'am. And I would like to welcome Dr. Gopal. Sir, Dr. Gopal, sir. And I would like to welcome Professor Sindhya ma'am, respected principal of Suyo College of Allied Health Sciences. Welcome, ma'am. And now I would like to welcome our respected teachers whose unwavering dedication, tireless efforts and passion for educating and nurturing the next generation of nurses have been truly inspiring. Welcome teachers. Last but not the least, I welcome my beloved seniors and my dear friends to this beautiful occasion. Welcome guys. Thank you. So now I would like to welcome all the guests for the inauguration of this year.
ഞാൻ നോക്കില്ല
Now I would like to request Dr. S.K. Avanasa to speak a few words. Pardon. Now I would like to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Chaya Gopalan ma'am. Welcome ma'am.
Namaste everybody. I didn't expect this many students. I prepared a presentation for the faculty mostly. And now I will switch my car based on the crowd. Some to the students and some to the faculty. Hope it's okay with you. Alright? I'm very touched by your beautiful welcome, and thank you for welcoming us in a pompous way. I came here to introduce a new teaching technique called classroom to a group of faculty in the rural college curriculum. In the rural college, some of you have. It was started by a missionary, Mr. Karyappa. Single-handedly, he started the college when there was no college to make the local rural or formal students forming community to receive education. And the college has grown bigger and now continues to grow. Alright, have you heard of walking classroom at time? Flipped classroom. used to is a teacher coming to the classroom and lecturing. Am I right? Lecture to you, and what you do is take notes. And after you take notes, what do? Class is over. Am I right? You go put it away and open the notes sometime later to prepare for an exam. Correct? Am I correct? In olden days, there was no internet, and share historical knowledge with students, and students didn't have any other source of information, no other source of information, just the teacher. And whatever they say is Veda Vakya. You know what Veda Vakya means? That's it. Nobody questioned. Whatever they said was how to study, how to prepare for the exam, and you pass the exam and move on. So that used to be the model. Things have changed today. We have internet, right? And with internet came information, access to information. Access to information. You Google one topic. You're all nursing students, right? So if you put coronary artery disease in a Google, you get a ton of information. You don't need a textbook because there is so much information. There is video, there is all sorts of information. Okay? So you can learn about coronary artery disease through many sources, more than you can use. Okay? In this time, in this period, because you have access to information so easily, why do you need a teacher? Do you need a teacher? Students, you can learn about coronary artery disease. Say that's part of your curriculum. Through accessing internet, YouTube, Google, ChatGPT, whatever it is. Why do you need a teacher? Have you thought about it like that? Why would you pay attention to your lecture? Right? Because everything is available, why would you need a lecture? So things have changed. The guru that used to have all the knowledge is not the only source of information now. You have multiple sources of information. Which you go and share to others. So they're all giving you more information than your teacher will give. Right? So, why do you need to be here? Why do you need a teacher? Are the fundamental questions you can ask. Okay? So, with technology, you need to change the way we teach you. We have technology, we have information already available. So, how do we make you learn the best way possible in this condition today? That's where I think new teaching method has to be used. A new teaching method that uses all these resources but still makes you learn enough information about the content that is useful for your career. If you are going to be nursing students, you need to learn the techniques that are applicable. You need to put IVs. We need to do the dressing. We need to do a lot more things with the patients. And have the background of anatomy, biochemistry. Do you do all that? Physioanatomy. Do you do biochemistry? What else do you do? Physiology? Pathophysiology? How many of you study pathophysiology or you study pathophysiology? Do you have it in your curriculum? No pathophysiology? You should have some ecology. What do you call it? A lot more. A lot more is taught to you. Classroom is a new method where the teacher gives information about a topic. What did they say? One topic, coronary artery disease, right? So the teacher would find some meanings like a textbook, and the teacher would record a lecture. Teacher would give you some practice materials and say, this is all given to you. Why don't you go through this content? Why don't you go through all of the content that's given to you and then come to class? Don't come to class without going through this information. Okay? So my first question is, would you go through all the content your teacher has given you? Students, you need to answer. I'm not the only talker here. It has to be like a collaborative thing. Everybody has to exchange your thoughts. So feel free to speak. Okay, if I give you my notes, my videos, I lecture on coronary artery disease and share it with you. I give you some PowerPoint slides. I give you some practice materials, and then we say, students, you go through this content before coming to class. Will you go over the content or not? Yes? How many of you say yes? Raise your hand. Did you go through the content? Or come to class? No hands are raised. No hesitates, that means you're not going to come prepared. Students, if I say you have to come prepared, will you not come prepared? No? No? You will not come prepared. You will come prepared. You will come prepared, right? Why are you saying yes? You don't want to come prepared? Will you not watch my videos? Yeah? How many of you try to watch my videos? Nobody? Something is not right. Nobody will watch the videos? You don't want to listen? Are you shy? Did you understand my question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah? So, you pick a topic. You pick a topic that you are asked to work on. Let's say diabetes. Have you heard of diabetes? Right? Diabetes. You want to learn about diabetes. Your teachers are working extra hard to teach you all about diabetes, glucose regulation, insulin, all of that. Okay. So they say, I'm going to record some lectures and share the videos with you. I want you to go through these videos before going to class. Will you watch those videos? I record the videos. I'm your teacher. And then I ask you to go through the video. The video would have basically what is diabetes, what causes diabetes, What can we do to prevent this condition? How do we take care of this disease? Control this disease. Okay? So these are the 4 things I would have said to you. Would you watch the video or not? I want you to raise your hand if you will watch the video before you come to class. Raise your hand. One hand went up by the way. Is that? Oh, many hands. Wait.
Did you understand madam's question? No. You understood? Did you watch video before coming to the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand. We will definitely watch the information what we get, right now? Yes. Before coming to class, so whatever the information the teacher shares, we must follow. Correct? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is there anyone who doesn't understand?
എന്റെ മോളെ ഇവിടുന്ന് പയ്യനെ
Nobody understands? Alright. Anyway, good. So you will watch the video and come to class. And the teacher would say, you watched the video about diabetes, you watched my lecture, what part did you not understand? What part of the video was difficult for you to understand? She would ask me to class, come to class. She would say, what part was hard for you to follow? So you may say, oh, I didn't understand how diabetes happens in one patient but not in the other. What causes diabetes was difficult for me to understand. I don't understand the relationship between obesity and diabetes. So the teacher says, okay, you didn't understand these 2 topics. Let's lecture again. So she has already recorded, but now she lectures on only the parts that are hard for you to understand. So fifth classroom is where there are 2 sections. One section is you doing the work. Where you didn't understand the video. Right? What section of the video was difficult for you? Then you say, I didn't understand how to manage diabetes. Whatever it is that you say, then your teacher, I'll explain that part again. So she would lecture you. Do you get it? She will lecture on only the part that you didn't understand. Not the entire lecture, only the difficult part in the video. Did you get it? I need one volunteer to repeat what I have covered so far. I'm talking about the flipped classroom technique. I want one volunteer. One volunteer. Who understood the technique well and repeat it. Your principal, madam, is helping you. You understood what ma'am said?
from both the years. Ma'am took the class about flipped classroom, and the topic comes like the flipped classroom comes over in two sections. So first, the teacher, those who are interacting with us, will give the topics that she is going to lecture us. She will record all those things, and she will give us before she is lecturing us. So after that, she will ask us to or to study or to go through that, and thereafter she will ask in the next day or some other classes she will ask that whether we have understood those recordings, everything, and after that if we have understood the specific parts, then she will lecture it again for us.
So, some logistical details. When should I give you those videos? How soon should I give you those videos? I cannot give you the video the minute before you walk into class. I need to give you enough time to go through, right? I may give it to you 1 week before and say, this is going to be in our next week's class. I want you to come prepared. 1 week before. I may also scare you. I may also scare you by saying, you will have a quiz on this video. What would that do to you? If I say there is a quiz, what would you do? If I say you will have a quiz on this diabetes video, you will prepare. Right? You will definitely prepare. Right? Everybody will go through the video at least once before coming to class. What do I say? So I would have two conditions. One is to give you enough time to go through, at least 1 week. And then what else will I do? I will have some kind of assessment. Assessment is a quiz or another like I may say submit your notes that you took when you were watching the video. Okay, if I say submit your video, submit your notes, you have to take notes, right? So you will definitely watch the video. So those are some ways I will encourage you to finish your work before coming to class. So that means it's part 1 that was successful. Part 1 is before coming to class. You would watch my assignment. You would come prepared for a quiz. So your preparation is well done. I will be very proud of you. You did well the quiz or in your notes so that I can move forward. So the second part is in the class. When you come to class, what did I say first? I'll ask the students, I'll ask you all, what part was clear to you, what part was not so clear. And you will say, I didn't understand, explain this, explain that. I'll say, okay, I'm happy to do it as many times as you want, I'll explain it again. So I'll use the board, I will draw my pictures and show you how to understand that. How to manage diabetes and what causes diabetes, all that. Okay, so that part is done. Then what do I do with it? I want to see how much more I can make you think about diabetes. So I may have a case study prepared for you. And I say, that's all about diabetes. A patient who has gone to a doctor, diabetes, what is the symptoms, what is hyperglycemia, what is hypoglycemia. So then you have to say, oh, I read that in the book, I watched it in the video, there is, shakiness, dizziness, that means you must have had too much insulin, his glucose levels may have gone down below normal. So you kind of figure it out what caused those signs and symptoms. So that is what I use, case study. in a small group. Get it? I already gave you a quiz. I already did a question answer session. I already did a mini lecture. Now I'm doing a case study. Okay. So by doing that, what are you doing? You are learning more and more about diabetes. You learn so much more. Second one, and then at it. So your job is a what will happen in the classroom. What will happen in the classroom, not outside. Outside was our duty. What's the behavior? What happens during class? So in the first section, feedback to students. Second section, case study, and the mini lecture will be given by the teacher. Yes. Question and answer session, mini lecture, maybe a quiz, and then your presentation at a time, and then a group work where they do work on a case study. The case study that we work on, your answers should be read immediately in front of you. It's understood. No, you didn't understand. This is why you have to change the answer instead of this answer. Okay, so I'll go over it. It's called instant feedback. Instant feedback. Okay, so that is good for you to know whether you got the case right or not. Okay, so that is flipped classroom. All right, how would you like it if your teachers did it in the classroom? Will you be following all the guidelines, like watching the videos, submitting notes, taking the quiz, and then coming to class prepared, and learning more about diabetes during class time, from the teacher and from the peers? Okay. You like this method? Do you like this method? Yes? You will be able to follow this when it's introduced to you by your teachers? Yeah? Anybody who says no? What if you said, why can't you lectures? Why are they doing all this? What would you ask me? I don't want to do all this, just lecture. I'm happy to write down. I don't like all this. Would you say that? No? Are you sure? And if you say, let's say you were saying, I paid you tuition for you to lecture to me. You're not doing that. I don't like it. What happens then? I know the right don't say that. There may be some students who think, I'm paying you just lecture and go. Don't do all this. But remember, lecture is boring. 15 minutes. Human attention span is only how long? Anybody, does anyone know that?
20 minutes.
Huh?
20 minutes. Nothing.
I heard 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
No. Human attention is 7 minutes. Just 7 minutes. Did you know that?
Quality time, 7 minutes is concentration. Way of learning will become very simple.
No, that's why the 45-minute lecture is no good for you. You're taking for 7 minutes. Nobody. What I'm saying is, you go home and study the assigned work for only 7 minutes at a time. Let's say you go home, wash your face, sit down, listen to the lecture for 7 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, take notes, take a break, come back, do another 7 minutes, or 10 minutes. Girls have a longer attention span than boys. Did you know that? Hey girls, go girls. Okay. Anyway, what I'm saying is, you can pace your video lecture watching into smaller chunks so that you pay attention to what is in the video, what is in the assignment, well, so that when you come to class, you already have understood it. Not everything. Some parts are not easy for you. That's when you need your teacher stuff. Okay? Do you understand what you can do when you are doing your preparation? That's part one. Part one is when you can take breaks, watch for only 7 minutes, etc. But when you come to class, how long is your class period? 1 hour. So within that 1 hour, first thing that happens is your teacher says, let's find out what was clear, what was not clear. Then you say, I want you to go over this. Then she writes it down on the board and says, I'm going to give you mini lectures on this. Mini lectures are short, and they are only on the difficult topics. If you know already that glucose in the blood is regulated by insulin, will you ask that question to your teacher again? No, you already learned that in the video. High glucose level in the blood is when insulin is made, and the job of insulin is to bring the glucose level down. Get it? So that part you won't ask. But there may be other difficult parts. Where is insulin made? You will know that too. Okay? And then how does insulin act on the body? That may be a difficult one. So things like that you will ask teacher to explain. Those are mini lectures. Mini lectures are short, not more than 7 minutes. So your attention span is good. So after your teacher does all these mini lectures, she says, let's do a quiz. Then you say, oh, quiz. I better know all the stuff. So you start calling all that. And then you take a quiz. So that's another 7 minutes. So first you do the interaction, the teacher, you bring the Q&A session. Q&A session means question and answer session. Then the mini lecture, then the quiz. Right? You are already killed about 30 minutes. So now we have another 15 minutes to another 30 minutes. Your lecture time. Then your teacher says, let's do a case study as a small group activity. So she will make small groups with you. She will make small groups with you. And then give the case study, and you would take the case, discuss the case, put your answers. So once you do this case study completion, your teacher will say, let's go over your answers. Okay, so she will go over the quiz, she will go over the case study. Okay, all of that is done within 1 hour. How does that sound? Good. So you are always engaged. You are always engaged. Okay, and you are always learning. Am I putting you to sleep? Are you all tired? You're good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, while doing this kind of activity than boring lecture, you learn a lot more. Did you know that? You are studying at home before coming. You are working hard during class time. Okay? So, that's what we call flipped classroom. How many of you want your teachers to do flipped classroom? How many of you want your teachers to do flipped classroom?
In the classroom is good to practice, but it is time consuming, Amma. Because for teacher for teacher. For teacher it will be time consuming. We need to record the session, and as you said, 1 week prior we have to send the video to students. Like that, every day we will be taking different classes. So
Absolutely. In the beginning, anything you do takes time. Once you record your lectures, you can use the same lecture in the future classes. You understand that? Once you prepare your things, you can use the same video for next 10 years, or 20 years you want, unless you want to change them again. So yes, for anybody, initially, anything you do requires time. And for you students, you may say, oh, I have to study every week like this. Of course, you have to study every day. It's good for you because you're studying every week. When the exam comes, you already know this material inside out. You already know this so well. You don't have to work extra hard. In the olden days, for me, the exam was once a year. First 9 months of the year, the teachers come and lecture and come and lecture, so I write notes after notes. My notebooks will be about this high, compared to this high. And I would just have to pack them in one place. And then they give you study month off, one month off. They give you lab exam, and then you have about 4 weeks to prepare for the final exam. Then we dust the books that we had notes in. Then we start recalling all the lectures and start learning from the beginning. Can you imagine how much time it takes? 9 months of work you have to learn in 1 month. So I would not sleep. I would sleep on the floor because otherwise I would fall asleep on the bed, or I would have tea all night, stay up. So basically, I would literally kill myself to prepare for this one nature exam. Not a good example, is it? I do not want anybody to do that. Right? Do you have a once-a-year exam or semester exam?
once-a-year exam.
You have once-a-year exam?
Semester also is there. For the last 2 years semester, the 2 annual batch, semester batch.
I see. Some of you have annual exams, some of you have semester exams. The ones with semester exams are learning. You don't have to learn the entire years, you only have to look at one semester at a time. Okay. The ones with the annual exam, because you have studied using different classroom, your content, your learning would be a lot better. A lot better. Okay. Something that you are already well prepared, so that when you come to the exam, you will not need so much preparation. You don't have to do sleep, you don't have to sleep on the floor, you don't have to drink tea all night. You'll be good. How does that sound? Are you good? Any questions for me? I started doing teaching 15 years ago, and it was very new. I started doing flip teaching because of one reason. I went to University of Scotland in Glasgow, University of Glasgow, Scotland. I did my PhD. Then I went to United States and I became a professor. When I started teaching, I did what my teachers did to me. What did they do to me? They came to the classroom and then they started writing on the board. All we saw was their back. They were in their face. It's like, can you imagine that? I was looking at their back thought I was just writing their lecture very fast, as quickly as I could. So when I started teaching, I did the same thing. And I thought I was a brilliant teacher. I was doing the best I thought. I went to some conferences. There I heard one word, or two words, sorry. Active learning. What is active learning? They said, you have to use active learning. So they said, oh my gosh, I'm such a good teacher. Why should I do active learning? I didn't understand that. But I wanted to give it a try anyway. Right? I wanted to give it a try. You know what I did? In the lab, you all have labs, right? You all have labs. So let's say we did the heart dissection, sheep heart dissection. Do dissections? Yes? Nobody? Anyway, do you use models? Heart model or models? Okay. So after I introduce all the parts within the heart or within the lungs or within the kidney, what I started doing was I asked students, make small groups within your table, each table, and take the model and label all the parts I introduced to the children. So that was a group activity, very informal group activity. Students were excited to do this. They said, come, let's label. So they would label all the parts. One would know nothing, one would know everything. What the student, the knowing nothing, was doing was to learn from the smart one. Wow, this is called the atrium. This is called whatever, you know. So they started learning from their peers. And it became a fun activity. Everyone was working hard. Everyone was busy. I said, this is fun. This is active learning. I should do this more, I said. So I started doing small group activities like this even during lecture. My students were enjoying the learning. It was showing in the numbers. The scores went up. But I had one problem. That is, each time I do a group activity, I am losing time from lecture. I could not cover the content that I was supposed to cover. I was supposed to teach on the theme. And if I am doing all this group activity or active learning, I will have very little time to teach about techniques. Where do I go with that? I mean, you all have to know about techniques because you have to work with kidney patients. I cannot say you don't have to learn kidney. No, that's not right. So I was feeling bad. I want to do active learning. I want to be a good teacher, but I am losing time on activities. How do I make it all work? In those days, again, I was attending conferences. Somebody mentioned flip teaching. My ears perked up. They said, what is that? They said, move lectures outside the classroom. Give it to students ahead of time. Give it to students before they come to class. So you don't have to use the lecture time to do your lecture. It's already given to them. Now you have time to do it. Now you have time to do active learning. You see my journey with teaching? I was a teacher, old-fashioned teacher, and then started using active learning, and then started doing flipped classroom. It made sense to me and it worked beautifully. Since then, I haven't gone back. So after that, COVID happened. When COVID happened, flipped teaching became very popular. Everybody was knocking on the door. Can you help us learn? Can you give us the training? Can you do this? Can you? So I knew that classroom was the new innovative type method for using in today's situation. Get it? So that's what I have been trying to share with the teachers. I mainly work with the teachers. I tell teachers how to do the classroom properly. And then, after they learn, they go and try it with their students. And there are some pieces that are similar among all the classrooms. Some they can modify to fit their students. You understand that? Any questions for me? What is the biggest challenge in the fifth classroom, anybody?
I would like to share my experience now.
Okay.
We do practice this split teaching here. Actually, we have introduced activity-based learning, and we used to give individual project as well as
One example, my own example. I was teaching a large class of 250 students. They were going to become pharmacists. I was trying with teaching, so I want everybody to be quiet. I was trying to use flip teaching for the first time. So I told my students, I will be using a new method. You are responsible for viewing all the videos, all the slides, doing the reading before you come to class. It was very clear in the syllabus, in our introduction, everything. And then they came to class. 250 students sitting. I said, okay, I assign you some topics to come prepared. I'm going to give you a quiz today on that content. What? A quiz on what? So they were like surprised. I was not going to lecture, first of all. That was a big surprise. I said, all the content was given. No lecture now. All we had to do is take a quiz on what was given to you. They were falling off the chair. Shocked. Get it? They did not want to take a quiz. They knew they would bomb the quiz. And there was no way. I said, no, you all have to take it. They took it. They did very poorly, as you can imagine. Second day came. Next class, we met. I said the same thing. Hope you came prepared this time. I have posted everything there already. Please take this quiz. And I did the quiz. They were all mad. 250 pairs of eyes looking at me madly. Like they were going to eat me up alive. They were like, you doing it to us? Really? I mean, they didn't accept that they had to come prepared. I was at the point that I was also scared. 250 pairs of eyes looking at me like they were going to be up alive, right? Okay. I should be calm. I should not show my fear. I said, yes, you have to take the quiz. They bombed me. Okay. They bombed me. They were very angry with me. So, the day before the next class, I got a phone call from the IT office. IT means, what is it? Information technology office. They look at some numbers. They said, what are you doing with those students? I got scared. Oh my gosh, what did I do? They're all paying tuition. I'm playing with them with my teaching method, making a complaint. I said, all I'm doing is just making method. You know what they said? They have broken all of the college record by watching your videos. So much. So the number of minutes or hours they watch has exceeded any video viewing within the college. What does that mean? If they watched my video, 250 students, watching my video over and over, the two classes they missed plus the new class. So it exceeded and set the record in the college. I was jumping up and down with happiness. What did that tell me? Finally, they accepted this method. Finally, they accepted this method. They were watching the videos. That made me smile. That was the day I say, you have to believe in what you're doing. So, Principal Madam, you're doing a great job of doing this activity-based learning. You have to believe why you're doing this, right? And then talk to them about it. I have come to talk to them about it. You will not have any problem. You will not have any problem. Alright? You will not give your principal madam any more bad report. Agree? Because this is what we need to be doing more and more. Alright? And then my students wrote in their course evaluation. This method is very helpful. Made me remember things a lot more than any other subject. Okay, I was teaching immunology at the time. They loved the way it was designed. So I think newer methods are to push you to learn in a better way, a deeper way. Okay? Now you have all the information. All you can do is to go and put it in the chat GPT. Do you use chat GPT, anybody? Yes. Look at that. So it gives you all the information you need. So you say, why do I need the teacher? ChatGPT is my teacher. Right? Is that what I do? Mind you, ChatGPT makes mistakes. It may be a great tool. Who knows whether it's right or wrong? Your teacher. She teaches you the right way. She selects topics that must be taught to you. She knows what is needed, what is not needed. She selects things that are appropriate for your profession. So she is ultimately the person who makes you become a perfect nurse. You understand that? Not ChatGPT, not Google, not YouTube. Okay? Your teacher guides you to be the best nurse you could be. And what we are saying to the teachers is, old methods are out of date. Lecturing is no more effective. After 7 minutes during lecture, what happens? You either fall asleep or get on the phone. Are you allowed to use phone during class? No. Oh no, okay. Then you may start scribbling on paper. Just not there, right? No interaction, nothing, fall asleep. Instead, group activity, case study, quiz, reviewing the quiz, Q&A session, mini lecture, videos to watch beforehand, live lecture. So all those are excellent. Okay, so that is where we are today. And that would be the best approach to make you learn better. Does it make sense? They say it okay? Any question you have? Any questions? Any questions? Questions, anybody? No? Any questions? I have a question for you. How many of you are interested in going to America to study, to get a nursing degree, or do an internship, do an exchange program, or a Fulbright opportunity? Anybody interested? Do you know anything about Fulbright? Fulbright Award? Go to Fulbright website. As a student, you can come to America and study nursing there for 1 year, or study something related to nursing for 1 year. Something unique, you can say, our nursing program is this way, and want to learn the difference between our program here and the program. You have to apply for that. Free 1 year of education, stay, travel, everything is taken care of. As a student, you can apply. Look at that exchange program. You can come to our university, work in a hospital setting for 1 month, and the student from there can come here and work here for 1 month. So it's a mutual exchange between two schools. So that will give you open the door. That is where I think you need to come up with the money to travel and then have that experience. If you have parents who can support you with additional expenses, an internship of that sort could be a good one. Alright? For higher studies in the United States, to work in the United States, look for opportunities. There is always a huge demand for nurses. Nurses are very powerful there. They know almost like a doctor. Alright? They work like a doctor. Doctor has to just sit there and dictate, they do it. Okay? And then they talk to the pharmacists, they talk to the specialists, and they run the show. They are the patients, so they are bringing all the members, team members together. So nurses run the healthcare there. Okay. So it's the same here. The demand for nurses is huge. I'm so glad that you are pursuing this degree that gives you that service satisfaction, right? And also working hours that you choose to work day or night or weekend or weekdays. It's just a great profession. I appreciate you choosing this profession. I wish you good luck as you pursue and take this journey forward. Thank you.
So nobody wants to become local nurse. You want to settle as local nurse? You are not local professionals? So nobody is interested. Better get married. After collecting your certificate, get married. Do that for your family, right? Now you want to become a global, international professional, correct? So how many of you are interested to go to America? No America. Why you are scared?
I will share my email address with the principal madam. So if anybody is interested or has any questions about your future career, please write to me. I'll read every email. Okay? And I would like to help as many of you as possible. Alright? Anytime you think of getting out, doing something abroad, or doing something new here and ask questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll be happy to answer your question. I may see you one day in America, or I may see you somewhere in India. Who knows? The world is too small these days. Okay?
a heartfelt word of thanks to all. First of all, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Chaya Gopalan ma'am, for gracing with your presence today. We are truly honored to thank you for joining us and sharing your valuable insights and wisdom with all of us. Your presence has added immense value to this event and we are deeply grateful. Thank you, dear ma'am. I would like to thank Dr. Gopalan sir for gracing this occasion. Thank you, dear sir. Thank you, Dr. S.P. Yogana sir, for your dedication, inspiration, and unwavering commitment to our institution. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank Dr. N.S. Ramegowda sir for gracing this occasion with your presence. Thank you, dear sir, for your dedication and support. With immense pleasure, I would like to thank Dr. Rajendra Prasad sir. Your tireless efforts behind the scenes have been instrumental in execution of this event. Thank you, sir. I thank our well-wisher, Mrs. Nagamani.T Principal, Trio College of Nursing, for your stewardship, support, vision, and commitment. Thank you, dear ma'am. I would also like to thank Ms. Cynthia ma'am, allied in charge, for your encouragement and guidance. Thank you, dear ma'am. A big thanks to Mrs. Danya ma'am and Naina ma'am for organizing this day. Thank you, dear teachers, for your passion, patience, and creativity in creating a helpful event. Thank you, dear teachers. Last but foremost, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to all students who elegantly participated in the event. Once again, a very now, I would like to request Dr. N.S. Ramegowda sir to felicitate Dr. Chaya Gopalan sir.
And